Are you confused with what book to read because it's been over 6 months, that is about half a year, and there are so many books in the market and many of them are overhyped? Well, you have come to the right place. Well, do subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it so that I can come up with more creative content just for you. So today I will be going through a particular shelf of Goodreads that is about popular overhyped books. I will be putting my screen over here, my phone screen, so that you have an idea of what I'm seeing, and I will be giving you my honest opinion about these books and whether I would be reading them or not. So let's get into the video and check out this particular list. The first book I see in this list is Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This is one particular book that I would say I have not read. To be honest, I don't think I've read any John Green's book. Well, with the demise of Sushant Singh Rajput the previous month, and his version of the very same book or movie, I would say, is coming out in Hindi with a partnership with Disney Plus. So I think it is right for me to give this book a read at last and pay homage to the actor by seeing the movie. So I am going to add this to my TBR. Next book is A City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I know that this book is a part of a series and I am not ready for a series yet. I have a lot of books on my TBR that I want to read. I have made one for this particular month. But since I do not want to get into a series, because if I read a series I feel like completing it, I have issues with it, I will be sticking on to only singles, at least for this particular month. The next book is The Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and the next one is The Court of Thorns and Roses. I suppose both of them are a part of a series, the same series, with how the covers look pretty similar, with the protagonist looking almost the same. The costume that she's wearing is pretty much similar. So I'd say that both books are part of a series, and since I'm not reading a series this month, I will be giving it a hard pass. The next is The Divergent, and Divergent is a part of the trilogy, the Divergent trilogy, though there is an extension of this trilogy called 4, that is the 4th book. It's about the character 4. I have read this series. If you can look behind me, you can definitely spot this series over there. So I will not be reading this series this month, but I'll definitely be reading this series once again because I think it needs another round, I guess. The next one is We Are Liars by E. Lockhart. I think this is a single and has, oh wait, this book has amazing reviews. Seeing that this book particularly has about 4 stars, I think it is a good book and that it is not overhyped. I shouldn't be judging a book by its rating, so I will be adding it to my TBR. The next book in this shelf is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Well, this is again a part of a trilogy. There is a prequel to this book as well. Since I'm not reading a series this month, again I have to give a pass at this. The next one is Twilight. Okay. Where do I begin with Twilight? As a teenager, I kind of liked Twilight because it was about vampires and it was all about love and stuff, because that's what teenagers usually read. Clearly, I did not read Twilight then. I did remember seeing the movies. I'm not into series right now, so I'm not reading it. Next one is Looking for Alaska by John Green. Since I have never read a lot of John Green books, I think I'm going to add it to my list again. The next book is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. Where do I begin with this book? This is going to be hard. 13 Reasons Why is one particular book that I think is overhyped. From what I remember about 13 Reasons Why, the very first season, I would say that it is one book that talks overly about depression and how it is easy to blame someone else. I've also heard that it triggers everyone and can also be suicidal and can induce suicidal thoughts in one if they see the series or read the book. To test myself with this, I did watch the series. Started with season 1 on Netflix. I saw it for almost 12 minutes. The protagonist was in a party. Then I remember she was cycling around. I remember a parcel being sent and it was about cassettes and stuff. That is all that I remember, but I felt that it was triggering already. I started reading the book because I couldn't take the visual experience that they were giving. So I started reading the book and it didn't help either. I didn't get past 3 pages, I suppose. Maybe I'm weak, maybe I'm not strong enough, but I don't think it is the right book for me, so I won't be reading it for the next 1 year at least. The next book is Paper Towns by John Green. Okay, this is the third book from John Green that I have seen in this particular list. I think it is time that I read almost all of John Green's book. I am going to read this book immediately, so into my TBR. The next book is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Sadly, this book is again a part of a series, so I am not reading this book, but maybe in the future. Oh, this cover actually looks nice. They do say that do not judge a book by its cover, but I am already judging because I love the way the blood is seeping down this particular crown. I kind of like the cover, it's very nice, beautifully illustrated. This book is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Sadly, this is a part of a series and I will not be reading it this month. Oh, this is nice. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I am giving this a read, though it does look like a rom-com to me. It's going to actually define my taste a little more and see if I can handle a rom-com right now. So let's see this. Oh, I like this cover too. It's a beautiful Victorian style dress that she's wearing and the color is beautiful. The selection by Kiara Cass, but again, it is a part of a series and I'm not reading a series this month, so maybe next month. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I already added a book by Rainbow Rowell, that is Eleanor and Park. So maybe this book also does not come up to the hype and is not worth it. Maybe all Rainbow Rowell books are like that. I will give this a read and let you guys know soon. Insurgent by Veronica Roth. This is again a part of the Divergent series, that is Divergent, Insurgent and Allegiant. So I think I would be giving it a hard pass again because I've read the series before, but I will read it in the future again and let you guys know about it. The next book is Matched. This cover is actually a little bit intriguing to me. There's a girl stuck in a glass ball kind of a structure and she's wearing green. It kind of reminds me of the little nymphs that used to run around in Percy Jackson. So I'm trying not to judge this book already. It's by Ali Condi. So sadly it's again a part of a series, so I'm not going to read it, but maybe in the future. I can only hope. The next book is The Girl on the Train. I did read it last month, and because I am a little confused about how I read the entire story, I will be reading it again this month and letting you guys know how it went. So into my TBR. In case you guys don't know what a TBR is, it basically means to be read, TBR. It is a huge pile of books that I keep adding to this list and I keep reading it as and when I can. But these particular books that I'm adding today will be read in this particular month. So the next book is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This book definitely is not overhyped, and I can guarantee you this because this is one of the most intriguing psychological thrillers that I've read in quite some time. And because I know it is so, I know that this is not overrated, but I can definitely guarantee you that the movie is overrated. The next book on this list or this particular shelf is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book is very close to me, close to my heart, to be honest. I think about a few years since I read the book for the first time, and I definitely need to reread it again. I think I have a copy of this book somewhere, so I have to search it up and I'll definitely read this book. New Moon. So this is a book that I forgot the title of. It is another Stephanie Meyer book that belongs to the Twilight series, and in the future I might read it. I am not into a series, so I will not be reading it. The next book is Chateau Me by Tahereh Mafi. I think I'm pronouncing the name right, I am not sure. This book again is a part of a series, and since I'm not touching a series, I will not be reading this book this month. Maybe in the future, maybe I can pick up 2 series a month or 3 series a month, depending on how many books I'm able to read. The number of books that I've added to my TBR today is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Will I be able to keep up with this challenge that I've taken to read 9 books this month with the already existing TBR that I have? This is quite questionable, but I think this will be possible if I put my mind into it. If you're wondering how I'll be reading these books over this month, with the lockdown existing, I have this handy dandy tablet with me that will be supporting me through the entire month. So I will be back with a new video very soon. So keep watching.